Hi everyone, welcome to my Shoreline Studio. I'm Sybille Muschik. We're continuing on with our little snippet with the keys, and I have some of these keys in front of me here. I got them in a little jewelry find store, and they're so much fun to work with. So come and join me for this little session, and we'll be doing some ghost prints and some direct printing. It should be a really fun session. So we'll work a little bit with the ghost prints. I'm not going to clean my plate, that's probably pretty dry anyway. I'll put out some black, and black and a little bit of sepia. I will add a little bit more black to that. Just want to darken it a hair. And we'll ink our keys. With this ghost print, we've got lots of white keys, so we could certainly print. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. See if we can do a few more. And a lot of these will overlap. And the joy of the gel plate is everything prints. You get so much beautiful detail. And we'll just put them either up or down. It's reversed flying keys. Oops. Put some big ones in there. This one is trickier to ink. I've just glued this on with a glue stick onto whatever I could find. There's always something hanging around, little bits of wood or whatever. Just use what you have to hand. Doesn't have to be fancy as long as it does the trick. Nice. Oh, it's okay, a little bit more texture. Let's do our funny key here, more modern key. And be interesting, turn it every which way. This looks a little bit like brass, because we're probably getting a little bit of the orange on there still. But that's nice. Okay. And maybe a little one there. I think that's about as much. We already have a lot of stuff on there, and I'm not going to worry so much about registration, because I'll probably be cutting this up for mounting in a journal or collage, what have you. Just doing it by hand because I want to get all those edges in case there's something overlapping. There you go. So I think we could actually use a few more. All right. In this case, more is okay. Let's try some of these fancy ones. And I might just go back. We'll do a few black ones up here. And that's this corner. Let's see here. Yep. So printing there. Maybe there. And just inking it up a bit more. Okay. Let's see how that prints. Not so much, I think you have these edges here, but we haven't inked the whole plate, so you don't have to worry so much about registration. I'm just trying to get the individual keys printed. Okay, that's good so far. So slowly you build up more texture and more interest. So I think we need to work with that other color. So let's go back to our orange. I'm just going to madly overlap things. And maybe add a touch more paint. Okay. There we go. Let's see how that prints. That's better. Now be sure never to take an object that has sharp edges, because you will wreck your gel plate. These have nice rounded shapes. Now that's looking better. And don't take too long doing this, because this paint dries fairly quickly. And when we finish with the inking of this particular one, we'll do a ghost print. So I'm just taking my fingertips and massaging the paper. So it's starting to look really nice. All right. Now I'm just wondering if we need to do a background tone. It would have to be very, very light, otherwise you obscure the work that you have done. I think we'll just leave it. I think it's good the way it is. And we'll take a print off of this thing. So let's put this aside for now. New sheet. And let's just ink this. Now the brayer has a little bit of a texture of the keys on it. And that could be very interesting. I'm just going to run some stuff. want to keep this layer quite thin. Your oriental paper will pick it up, no problem. So we'll use my Bren to really try and get this whole print off. And it's a nice way to clean your plate, of course, as well. Some of it has become a little on the sticky side, so you get some white stuff. And let's put that up, and then you'll see. So nice texture, our background, and the keys printed really well. We need one more layer here, and maybe it'll pick up the sides. I might add some medium to that. Let's see, what color should we use? We could use a bit of blue. Maybe on this side for the blue, and just a little bit of white with medium in it. We want to keep it as clear as possible. Okay. Now these grungy bits on the side, I'm not sure we can pull them off even with our oriental paper. We'll get a nice pale blue here. If paint's not behaving, just roll it around in a circle and that will amalgamate it. And now comes more tricky stuff, because we're going to print the keys negatively. So again, speed. So the keys are just lifting off, and in some cases they're depositing some paint as well. So we're just going to go hog wild here with printing these keys. Lots of texture. Maybe our little funny key. I think that was a vehicle key to an old beater that I had, an old Ford that was just another car that it had its, what is it when it smells? The cylinders are gone or something? It smelled a bit. But hey, it did the job. So this would just show up, this background. Now we might have gone over the top, but you don't know until you try this stuff. That's why we have snippets. They're just experimental and just lots of fun stuff for you to try. Work along with me if you want. Find, it doesn't have to be keys, find whatever instruments you have. Could be buttons, buttons would be interesting. Pieces of jewelry. Okay. So the blue might have been a little bit too much, but we're building up texture, so have a look at that. Okay, so we lost a little bit. So black, I think, is the way to go, or sepia again. But we were just going to ink the keys again, and we'll just do our black. maybe activate this black and sepia, or burnt umber actually. And we can run the blue into that. That makes it even darker. Okay. And our little keys. I wonder if we can just, no, you gotta roll it on. So the more layers, the merrier. Just play until you get what you want. I think that's the whole point. Maybe in your comments to me you can suggest other things. I think buttons might be quite nice, but leaves, of course, or feathers. Who knows? Whatever you think of. Let's go back to this one here. Let's see, what else have we got? We've got the little heart-shaped one. I really like that one. And some obscure ones. And I think maybe that's the final layer. At least that's what we think. It's the final layer. You never know. You might think of something else to do. Of course, you could put add lettering and things of that nature. But the keys are quite nice. And there we are. I think that's quite fun. And you can see some of the shadows of keys underneath here. And it's an interesting piece. So you just crop the outside edges and then use it for whatever. I think it'd be a fun card with a little bit of lettering. And might get to that in a future snippet. So thanks for joining me today. That was so much fun, and have fun with keys or buttons or whatever you use. And we'll see you another time here at Shoreline Studio. Bye for now.